Chairman of the Board of Green Hills Academy, fellow board members, head of school, principal of high school, esteemed parents, Green Hills Academy alumni, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, class of 2022, good afternoon. What a wonderful day. I'm grateful to see that what started as a kindergarten and primary project has grown into an institution that has created a life on its own. You never cease to awe me. I speak for many when I say that we all look forward to coming to this annual celebration that always looks different. Before I get into congratulations, because trust me, you are highly deserving of some commending, I must applaud the Green Hills Academy staff and board for taking us thus far. It's been 24 years since the establishment of this school, 24 years since the birth of a vision and the realization of a dream. Since then, GHA students have excelled the world over. We have an example with Faith, and I'm thankful that with your guidance, dear staff, board, and friends of the school, we now have one more cohort of gifted young students to celebrate. I believe that the contribution to our country and to our world of every graduate in front of me will be impactful. I'm certain that more focus and drive, your presence in your community and beyond will not just be felt. I believe that your presence will be highly favorable to us all. Dear Inkomezamihigo, the world is your oyster, and I hope that as you go about discovering it, you gather the diverse knowledge, the innovative thinking, and the cultural exposure that will help you to enrich your home. I would tell you now that to never stop reading, for reading is the gift of traveling all over within the serenity of your individual space. You've proven through your academic performance thus far that you are appreciative of the powers of learning. For this, I congratulate you. And I trust that the families present here today are happy to join me in celebrating you. From the time our Rwanda was liberated 2.5 decades ago, we were tasked with rebuilding this land into one that could offer what you deserve. We believe that you deserved quality education through competent institutions and general safety. We believe that you deserve to mingle with avid young minds from the world over and to feed your awareness of the world organically. This was a challenging mission at the time, but one must never fear challenges when their outcome is worth the efforts. Your success in reaching this crucial stage in your education and life, class of 2022, attests to one thing: the fight of your parents to offer you a path of quality education was worth every effort. As much as I can stand here and praise you for your tenacity because there is plenty to be said, I would also like to shed light on your selflessness. Just to name a few, you initiated the GHA Mutual Challenge 2022. You raised funds and donated sanitary materials to Seashwika Hospital. You taught English at the Ihumure Children's Home, as well as donating Christmas gifts. In times that has discouraged some, you took it upon yourself to become the light that your communities needed, and for that, I commend you. You reminded each one of us that in what seems like dark times, we as Rwandans will always rise to the occasion of helping our country in whatever way possible. You are truly Inkomezamihigo. Congratulations, class of 2022. If we are to consider the future in terms of the future leaders I see today, I'm inclined to optimism and even faith. Nevertheless, if we are to gaze with clarity and courage at the fights, present and possibly future, that are threatening the wellness of people around the world, it's evident that hard work will be required to overcome. From global warming to our regained familiarity with the global pandemics, the future can feel daunting. As I mentioned to your peers last year, but feel must be repeated entirely, there are still a variety of injustices that people across the world face based on their race, religion, gender, physical ability, and a variety of other demographic indicators. What I've noted observing your work and art and confident self-expression, dear graduates, is that many of you have developed a sense of militancy that disrupts and threatens some of the norms that are harmful to oppressed communities. You are a generation that refuses to be silent, and I urge you to capitalize on this strength. I will ask that you allow me one more advice for as many of the people my age. I'm not 30. I feel a protective urge over you. As you go forth into the world and discover good things and that you perhaps did not before by virtue of newly experienced adulthood, faith reminded you only legal fun. I urge you to remember one thing: the good things are typically cousin to the bad and the ugly. Your good judgment, which you display as you reach important milestones such as this one, is your shield against the occasional harshness of life. When the time comes to celebrate one more of your wins, such as a great performance at university, or to obtaining of a good job, we'll be there to root for you and give you whatever support is within our means to offer you. Dear guests, as we rebuild our country, we must remain aware of what a formidable asset we have in our youth. We are surrounded by heartful, committed, daring, and cultured youth. To the top performing students, you have once more excelled beyond the standards that we expect from you. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be here today because we wish to celebrate them, but I believe that we are also here because of the silent pledge we are making. It remains our responsibility to offer these young people a helping hand. Children are a blessing, and I'm thankful that the ones in front of me are blessing us further by earning their academic credentials and making us proud. To the Inkomezamihigo, it's been my pleasure to attend your graduation, and it is my belief that we'll see many more from you all. And I would wish to invite all of you next year when we celebrate our 25th with the other alumni. We hope we have a big do come 2023. Have a lovely afternoon. Murakoze cyane.